New phone calls have been released with Wade Wilson, confirming he was part, or better yet, he was an enforcer for Unforgiven. The Unforgiven are a large white supremacist prison gang based in the Florida prison system. Former white incarcerated inmates in the Florida system speak about running into Unforgiven.
The only white guy that I saw that killed somebody that had a swastika, he killed one of his own people.
The Unforgiven initiation process would be to attack other white organizations. Even though they follow the same rules and regulations, Unforgiven move individually amongst themselves.
The gang engaged in murder, kidnapping, and robbery, as well as other crimes.
Are facing charges of conspiracy to commit assault with shorter potential prison terms if convicted. Prosecutors say the motive to commit such crimes were either to gain entry, maintain status, or increase their position within the gang. They also say the victims were members of rival white supremacist groups like the Proud Boys, Aryan Brotherhood, and Race Baiters.
And in recent years became a street organization sanctioned by the Outlaws. Jade DeLay has spoke to multiple active members in Unforgiven, and they are saying Wade Wilson has a green light on his head.
Fucking skinhead.
I know.
People's chasing to get into like the dorm dudes, we got to do something.
Listen, because I'm losing weight, man. That's why
No, it's not cool. Like, I don't like you looking skinny with a socks because you look like a fucking skinhead.
I know, I do, man. I do. Listen.
No, it's sexy, bro. It's sexy to me, but not sexy to people.
I know those people don't like it. They don't like that shit, man. They're
I'll be
tired.
like, well, what are you gonna do out here with that kind of shit? Make people eat the curds now? Like, eat the curds.
Hey.
What made you put that on your head? Can I ask you that? I'm just asking.
Okay, because I was the enforcer for something called Unforgiven in prison for 5 years.
I already know what it is. Yes.
Yeah, I'm the enforcer.
I just wanted to know that's what it was for, because you spent how many years? 5 years, right?
Yeah.
5.
Yeah, that's what it was for. Yeah. And,
you were where down here in Florida? Yeah.
Yeah.
People like Wade want to be edgy cunts who thrive on the shock value. They want to know that others witness them being extra. In a context of what modern white supremacists think of the tattoos he got, it is a no-no to blast yourself with it without being of righteous intent, and not because it's giving power to Hitler, but because it's an ancient symbol that holds its own power and iconography. Wade Wilson has multiple white supremacy tattoos. Wade has 1488, means we must secure the existence of our people and a future for white children. The second is 88, which stands for Heil Hitler. Wade Wilson tried to escape Lee County Jail with another Unforgiven member by the name of Joe. Both men did get caught in the process. When their roughly 10-foot by 10-foot cell was checked, the only window in the unit showed signs of tampering, with the metal frame holding the window removed and the thick security glass window showing several cracks in it. The sheriff's office report said Wilson was the primary planner and instigator of the attempt, and that Katz could not have been ignorant of the attempt or not have taken part in it. Both men refused to make a statement to deputies after discovery of the tampered window. The possible getaway driver this time could be someone from the Kiosk.
New Age Plug, man, you did it again, man. These phone calls are crazy. Wade Wilson saying that he's an enforcer for Unforgiven. A lot of people already in the comments saying cap. Some people, because he changed the subject very quick if you really listen to it. And then a lot of stuff that was spoke into fruition, like when I said that you're in love with the swastika, then a clip comes out with you, then this is Kiosk Chris I'm talking about, y'all. That clip comes out and you are saying, oh, I think it's sexy. What? So you think the swastika is sexy? So let's get into another character in the Kiosk by the name of Dr. D. So a lot of people are trying to say Dr. D is aligned with Unforgiven, and Dr. D is a chomo. The chomo, not true. The Unforgiven thing, I don't know. I can't prove it either way. But I will say this. He's from a different state, so that's probably not likely. He was probably there next to Wade. He probably was in medical. There's a possibility he can have really, really, bad stuff to him. I'm just saying that he can have some medical issues. But he's only been locked up for robberies and drug issues. He's been homeless majority of his life. Dr. D's been looking rough as the year goes by. You could tell through these mugshots.
Hey, what up, DBS, man? I know that was a lot for you to take in, but how you doing?
I'm good, man. Good night. How you feeling?
Hey, good brother. Hey, so we'll start from the beginning of the video you just seen, right? So Wade Wilson, enforcer, unforgiven. Do you believe it or you call cap?
Absolutely not. I don't believe that. I think he's just involving and painting a picture so people could think that he's involved with a whole bunch of things, just to throw the scent off of, he's nothing. Obviously, that organization has let it be known that he's not a part of their organization. So I don't really understand what he's talking about.
And then the other part of the video too, Kiosk Kristen goes ahead and says, "Yo, the Swatizka sexy." Can you believe that? Of having children and being around people of color, being from Lee County.
Yeah, I don't know, man. She's sick in the head, but her true colors have been shown. Jumpsuit Pablo said it was all going to come out. Remember? I don't think she remembers, but it's obviously going to come back to her real quick.
Also, there's another Unforgiven member that he tried to break out of Lee County jail with. And did you see this picture? That this is what they're trying. Can you see where they're trying to break out of?
Yeah, I can see the bottom right hand corner. Um, that bar in the middle, that's pretty thick metal that they use. The frame and all. I don't know. Uh, I didn't know you could actually get those things to wiggle out, because that's what they made it seem like. They made it seem like they took this whole window out.
No, that's the actual window. They didn't get. They just had marks there.
Oh, so they didn't really escape. I thought they were like they didn't get anywhere.
No, so if you read the paperwork, it looks like this might be a future call, y'all. This might be one of those phone calls from prison calls that we hear. Is him talking about escape, talking about the getaway driver because they were tipped off.
No shit.
Yes, sir. And another thing too, so he's being very choosy of what he cooperates on. So he didn't in this case, he both of the inmates, they didn't say anything. And the same thing with the drug trafficking case, he didn't say nothing either.
Yeah,
But
he's
then you
choosy. He's choosy.
Yeah, and then you got another guy try to offer him money to go kill his wife, and he gave that whole thing away. He snitched on that whole thing.
This guy's an opportunist, man. I think he takes advantage of the situation, and however it can benefit him, that's what he's gonna roll with.
Also, there's an interview with Kelly that dropped too, saying there's possible other victims. What was your stance on that again, DBS, on the possibility of him having other victims? And if he is an enforcer with Unforgiven, wouldn't his initiation would have been something of that sort as well, right?
I don't know anything about the Unforgiven. I just started learning about all these different prison gangs out there in Florida. My understanding is the only racist white organization that they have in the Florida prison system, if I'm not mistaken, unless you know something different. Is there another white organization that is involved in the Florida prison system other than the Unforgiven?
This is what 1090 Jake, and I'm quoting him, unless they come from another state, Unforgiven is the one that rules. They're sanctioned by the outlaws, so they do rule Florida when it comes to white supremacy gangs. They don't like other white supremacy organizations that are in the streets like Proud Boys, etc. You know what I'm saying?
So they make them fold and bend the knee to their name and title. So there's no, I guess, disruption or divide and conquer kind of situations going on. Oh, okay. So whoever goes there from another state that might be AB, skinhead, or any kind of racist organization with the whites, I guess they would have to claim or be under the umbrella of Unforgiven.
I think they would have to become Unforgiven, or they would get marked out by Unforgiven. And the reason they do that too is their initiations and all this stuff, because there's no repercussions. That's how they look at it. If they go do another gang, there could be a war. So it's like, again, they don't have strength in numbers. They are getting stronger. We did have Woody on New Life with Woody. He actually came on one day and he spoke about Unforgiven. And I'll play that
Yeah, he
clip
was
right
in.
here. Hey, when you were locked up in Florida, did you meet anybody that was an Unforgiven?
Yeah,
And it,
listen, I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. Like, I ain't saying nothing bad about like the Unforgiven. You know, but I'm gonna tell you my point of view about them. A lot of them are fake, and most of them are junkies, bro. You know, I ain't gonna say you ain't got some thorough white boys that'll get down, because I've seen it. But for real, like the camps that I was at with the Unforgiven, they were unstructured and they were dope heads, bro. You know,
Fiends, dope fiends.
I'm just being honest. I'm giving it to you blood raw, man. And if anybody got any qualms about it, hit me up on newlifewithwoody@gmail.com. I will talk to you one on one.
That's
Yeah,
refreshing to
yeah,
hear. Well, not
yeah.
really,
There's
because
yeah. Go ahead.
nobody's gonna be able to touch them. Then if they're a bunch of delinquents and they're not doing nothing but chasing the bag, I
I
mean,
ain't
really,
gonna
what are
say
they gonna do?
you ain't got some camps that are not structured, but the camps that I've been to, and I've been to like 7 majors, and every one of them have been every one, you know what I'm saying? They've been plucks. You know what I'm saying? All jokes aside,
Chasing the bag.
that's what they do. You know what I'm saying? They stick together in numbers for protection, and they all doing the same thing.
He you got to remember, this is 10 years, 12 years ago, 14 years ago that he's speaking of. It's a long ways away. Things change. That's about a generation and some change.
Right. No, that's what in the 1090 Jake was saying something similar to the effect, but at the same time he was saying that Unforgiven listens to rap music and Unforgiven they're not like West Coast. They actually, they're just white boys from the hood that didn't join their gang. He knows an Unforgiven that was marked out by the GDs, a white boy, and he ended up going to Unforgiven. I think he might have been talking about Twisted Kid. If I'm wrong, let me know in the comments, y'all. But I think he was talking about Twisted Kid.
No, ask me the question one more time, because this is a lot to wrap my head around. You got to remember, I'm from East New York. I mean, East Coast, New York State, and you know, we don't have any of this stuff in New York State prison system, and none of this racial segregation. You know, the ones that we're constantly cracked on and whipped by is the corrections officers. Those are the white gangs that we encounter as the COs. So I'm just trying to wrap my head around all this. Sounds wild to me.
The question ultimately that I want to ask you is Wade Wilson, you said that there's no chance he was an enforcer. But do you think that there's a possibility that there's other bodies? Because Kelly just did an interview alluding to the fact as well that there's other victims out there. Even Mila in that interrogation tape said that there's a possibility that he's bragged about cutting people up, putting them in a lake and stuff like that. Where do you stand on that?
I really don't know. It's hard. It's hard to believe, to be honest with you. Like Mila tried to chalk it up to him being young and trying to show off, and trying to make her feel like he was important or whatever the case may be. And then Kelly, she this is her first time ever saying this. She's been on a lot of interviews, and she's I don't remember hearing anything like this in the beginning. So now all of a sudden he's got like extra bodies. Is this crazy psycho killer?
I will say this: Kelly's whole what she said about what happened to her with Wade, right, is exactly what happened to another girl, a victim that he actually got not guilty for, right? And they match up like he did that. So I believe everything Kelly says at this point forward. I'm not lying to you. I do believe Kelly, bro. Because
Yeah, so
everything matches up, DBS. Everything like what she said matches up with the 2000, I think 15 case or 16 or 14 case, whatever it is, right? Where he was found not guilty. He was found not guilty in that case, though. But everything
what is it
matches
that
up.
he was? What was he arrested for? What was the?
He was arrested for SA sexual. I'll give you detail. It was a party. This girl knew these other two guys. She ended up in the car with Wade. Wade told her to get the heck in the back of the car. He forced her in the back of the car, and then unthinkable acts, boom, like for 3 hours to her. And then he didn't kill her. He just said, you know what, I'm done. That's what he told her. I'm done. And then she ended up calling the cops. She ended up getting there's evidence. She had markings. Rape kit. I don't know how he was not guilty. That will be a future video. I swear,
Yeah,
I will.
that's crazy. That's a lot to digest again. So it seems like he's always got off, or he's some way somehow finagled the system. You know what I mean? Like this is not the first time that I heard he's gotten off on something. I believe that when it came to Kelly, the officers were negligent like 150% of the case.
One detective was, yes, he didn't believe Kelly, and he got her for harassment because she was trying to get the case, figured
Yeah,
out, and he didn't give a crap about it. He was protecting Wade. That's what we said in one of the videos, and it's true. He was protecting Wade.
but for this to come out now, I don't understand why this didn't come out earlier. Like, why wasn't this mentioned in the beginning when we like when she first started coming out? Like, why now? You know what I mean? Like, why is she jumping on that bandwagon of he might have bodies, he might be a killer? He said this to me too. Now, is it true? I really don't know. There's shit. If he killed these two women, there's a good possibility that if he said he killed before, how do you not believe him now, right?
And from what I'm seeing, he can do video chat with people. I'm pretty sure that's what it said in January 29th. They changed the rules where death row inmates can do video chat. I might be wrong about that again too. I just seen that on Reddit.
No, so yeah, that could be true. I definitely, a lot of the laws are changing when it comes to death row and doing box time all over the country. It's trying to be minimized and put in a perspective where you don't have to spend that much time in a cell, or you would do half and half. So you would do a month in confinement and then a month out, or something to that effect. Like you would only do 6 months out of a year, um, and you wouldn't have to do the whole year, but after the 6 months of you being out, you got to go and serve the 6 months, and then you come out for another 6 months, and then you serve another 6 months. So I don't know. They might have something like that going too, but I'm almost certain that his call list and his visiting list and all that good stuff is going to be like to a minimum. Like it's going to be like one or two people, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be his lawyer first and foremost, and one like immediate family member, or someone who can, like a foster parent or his father. But they're probably going to say, if you're not married, you can't speak to anybody unless they're like immediate family kind of thing. I don't know. That's what I know for certain scenarios when it comes to the system. But who knows? Things have changed. They might change a lot of things. But I'm almost certain that it's going to be one or two people that he's only going to be able to contact.
Now we're getting into the call number two for Kiosk Chris. And the first one was, to sum the first one up. You want to sum it up? Do you remember the first one?
Honestly, she was pissing me off. I couldn't hear a lot. I, I, I spoke on it. I had bad audio though. I think we'll get more of the context of what it is that the first call had in this call too. Wade tells Christian why he got the tattoo on his head because
Oh, let me sum up the first call. She says that she would kill Mila in the first call, y'all. Swear to God.
didn't catch that, man. Did not catch that. But let's get right into it, man. Let's see what the hell they're talking about now. Before we get into it, Plug, real quick, what's your level of disgust so far? I mean, I know you step away, digest and you dump it, but so far from what you've been gathering for today and what it is that we've been finding out.
Well, people are calling me Notre Dame because I've been predicting a lot of stuff, but the predictions are very easy because this is behind, and you can kind of see we're going to see a call with the escape. We're going to see calls with the contraband. I think Kristen, back to your question, Kiosk Kristen. I think we're coming up at the end of her season. I think this character dies off. Remember, she gets locked up. She eventually gets locked up. She's not locked up now, but she gets locked up in this timeline.
In the first one, she kind of referred to herself in a way that I wasn't really understanding, but it did have something to do with her being looked at as a pedophile, and I didn't understand where it came from because it was very scratchy.
I heard that too. I didn't understand the pedophile
We'll get pedophile charges and fucking like
when I get out of here, but when I get out of here,
these exposure some shit.
comment that she had in that first one. Somebody in the comments, break that down for me, please.
But let's get back into it, man. Call 2. Wade tells Christian why he got the tattoo on his head.
Hello?
Hello?
Hey, baby, what happened?
What do you mean what happened?
The phone, it like hung up or something.
It doesn't like you.
It doesn't like, I don't like you.
You don't like me, really? I think that's a bullshit lie.
I'm playing. I don't like the phone. The phone.
I know you don't like that bitch. That bitch is like one of the bad bitches that I put you out there.
God. Listen, were you like crying when I hung up? Or something?
Was I what?
Were you crying? It sounded
was I crying?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I miss you that much.
You miss me that much? You were really
I
crying?
do.
Were you really crying?
Yeah. I'm so tired of missing you.
That's what it sounded like, baby. It did. Honestly, it sounded like it. But then that's why I was like, that's why I asked you, because then the phone like hung up.
Oh, you would care that I was crying because I miss you?
Yeah. Yeah. Would I care
Okay,
about
so
that?
at the end of the call 1, DBS, she's like crying. She like hung up the phone too. She was like, I just want to be with you or something like that. I don't know.
No. So I spoke about that at the end of that video. I don't know if you caught it or not, but it seemed like they were talking to each other, and I know everybody's like, "Yo, the conspiracy," but I feel like they were talking to each other, and they were the ones that knew what they were talking about. If you read between the lines, um, you know, I believe they were talking about movements on the outside. That's just me though. We can go back and play a little bit of it.
Kristen, listen.
Please love me. Please love me. Please.
What happened?
Please, Jake, I love you. You're the only one I love.
Babe.
Thank you for using GTL.
So you can catch the gist. But it was almost like it was an act for me. It was an act to distract the CEOs that are listening and fuck up the call in a sense. I don't know. You know, I've been through so much in the system, man. I triple and quadruple everything, man. I want to see it from every angle.
Detective DBS.
I guess so. Detective DBS.
Okay, I care if you were crying. Yeah. It sounded like it. And then I was going to say something, and then the phone...
No, honestly, I just got a lot of shit going on right now, Wade. Like, I got a lot going on.
What's up, man?
I got a lot of shit going on in my house with, like, the kid that lives there. And
no, I know.
Jason's been going through it with his girl, and I had to go fucking make sure I fucking got it out of the house. Jason can go back to his girl.
Yeah. You got a lot of shit going on, man. I can tell.
No, because I don't like to see my people unhappy, bro. If you're my friend, you're my friend. I'll do whatever it takes to make them happy again.
Yeah, I believe that. I do. I believe that shit, man. I know. That's why.
You know, it's good what that girl does to me, man. He's a good person. Just like what this girl did with me.
Yeah.
Ugly shit.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel you. I feel that. That's true. I feel that. Well, that's what I was saying. I thought you were, and then the phone like hung up, and I was like, was she crying? You know what I'm saying? I was about to say something, and then the bitch just hung up. It didn't even say 1 minute or nothing. It just hung up. Maybe it's okay.
That bitch. You didn't even let you say goodbye to me.
I was feeling some type of way. I thought you...
I can't stand her, but I can't stand that bitch. I hate that whore.
That whore gets to hang
And
up.
now she talks about like attorney fees and this and that and everything. I'm like, why does she talk so much now?
Listen, why did she get so much talking space? Why did she get to do that?
I don't know. Because she's probably one of them bitches that you fuck around with.
Rob, shut up. Nah, man, stop it.
I mean, look, you were jumping from one random dumbass to another crazy knucklehead. I don't know, a bougie bitch. I think she's like,
that bougie bitch is crazy, man.
I don't know what she was doing, bro. You trying to catch diseases. That's how you get diseases.
I'm gonna tell you like this. No, I wasn't.
Another thing too, DBS, to mention something. Kelly talking about, I'm pretty sure it was Griselda that told me this. Kelly's talking about the sexual transmitted diseases that Wade has. I think she needs to be very careful and walk on eggshells when because that could come back and haunt her. You know what I mean?
Well, shit, we had one chick talking about she was Team Wade. She saw medical records. She said she's seen that he's not diagnosed with any kind of STDs or STIs, and I think I mentioned that that could be a fucking HIPAA violation. How did she get in? How did she get all that?
Oh, I remember that. I remember that. Yeah, Marie. Yeah, she said that she's seen that he doesn't have STDs. That was their comeback on that. They said it was funny because they were calling him a killer and he had STDs, and then they just came back. Well, he doesn't have STDs. they,
I saw the
they,
paperwork
yeah,
myself. That's what this broad said.
yeah. She's seen the paperwork on the killing. She couldn't bring that up though.
Yeah, she's wild, man.
Oh, I know that. I know that. Okay, so
But listen,
but I'm just saying, he wasn't being cute, especially fuck with all these Cape Coma bitches.
I know.
Like, they're the nastiest bitches to fuck with.
For real. Yeah, you're probably right.
I'd rather go fuck the bitch in Funkos than the Cape Coma one.
No, don't say that shit now. I don't know about that. I don't know about that.
Come on, man. At least them Cape Coma, them Funkos bitches, they be about that. They wouldn't put you underneath the bus to do what they did to you. They'd be like, I don't want to get caught up. I need my dope tomorrow.
Yo, so check it out. Check it out. Oh no, man. I don't know, man. Feel like they talking at something else, man. Feel like something else is taking place behind the scenes.
Well, if you listen to one of the previous calls before this, they were talking about having her trick for him.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. She. Come on,
And
man.
she keeps on saying, "Yo, you need to get a better girl on here that can afford all this stuff. You need, and I can recruit for you." Like that's why, if you look, it's deep. Like when I made that community post and I showed Kiosk Kristen with the commissary goodies, you know what I'm saying? That was actually Giselle Maxwell. That was in one of the magazines. It was a cutout, and I just put her head over, so it's deep. All this is deep.
No, it definitely is.
Better too high to get on the news and do that shit.
Suncoast is nothing but straight dope whores. That's it.
Oh, listen, I already know that. I was like in there with like the whole Suncoast bridal team.
Yeah.
Like, there was like 10 of them in there and they had all different like rainbow color hair.
Nah, did they really? Trying to look like 6'9" and
I don't know.
Hey,
Okay, so he
what's up? What are you
references
doing
6'9" right there, right?
Yeah.
He definitely an influence on Wade. I think we mentioned this before. The tattoos, the cooperating, the SA charges. 6'9" and Wade Wilson are very similar. Only difference is 6'9's a rapper. Probably couldn't kill anybody. Probably could. He's put hands on women too, like just like Wade. Like he has the resume of a POS. 6'9" is a piece of crap. Not and everyone, snitching is one thing, right? But what 6'9" did, he snitched on people he never even met before, bro. People that he never even met. He was in an organization. He played the organization. You know all about it. You were right up there.
Boy, right up where? What do you mean? Explain yourself.
You were right. You were right up there where he was doing all that activity at. So you knew what the
Oh
streets
no.
was saying, right?
Listen, whoa. Slow it down, Fluff. So, heal up now. Heal up. Listen, man. All I know is what the news put out there. I follow the news and the journalism of those who put out the information. Um, I know as much as you. I don't know anything else more. And I don't know what you're insinuating. But he did put some people away that he didn't even know. I know a driver that got like butthole full of time, man. He just had a baby, and you know, he put a lot of people away. But if you want to play the devil's advocate, they were lining him up from the jump, man. They was on their Brooklyn shit, and they was pressing hard, man, and trying to squeeze blood out of a rock. I'm from Brooklyn. I'm from Flatbush. I know what time it is, man. It gets real crazy out there, real quick.
Nothing. Your money's on there, all right, Mr. Sugar Lips Wilson.
Is it really? Thank you, baby. Thank you, for real.
All right, listen, all I know is you need to like start eating more, bro. I don't care if you gotta start robbing people's trades and you get into like the dorm dudes, but you gotta do something.
Listen, because I'm losing weight, man. That's why
No, it's not cool. Like, I don't like you looking skinny with a top because you look like a fucking skinhead.
I know, I do, man. I do. Listen.
No, it's sexy, bro. It's sexy to me, but not sexy to people.
I know those people don't like it.
Did you hear that?
Shit, man.
Yeah, it sounds like it's the first call. To be honest with you, it sounds like she said the same thing twice.
Well, no, I just played this part in the beginning. This is the first time we heard that, but Yeah,
No,
did
you
you
got
hear
to
what she
remember.
said?
I heard call one. I just did a small snippet on call one. So
She probably did say it in call one. I just missed it. But did you hear like? What do you think about it? Is she racist for saying that?
she's got to be, bro. She's
Is
sick
that
of
a
that.
dog whistle?
No, that's more. That's direct and to the point, man. She's definitely down with the racist shit, man. She's with the Aryan fuckboy shit. She's all over it. Some chicks thinks it's hot. You know, some chicks really like that. I don't understand it, but she obviously she's got a thing for it.
Man, they're
I
talking.
mean, like, what are you gonna do out here with that kind of thing? Like, make people eat the curves now? Like, creepy curves.
Hey,
What made you put that on your head? Can I ask you that? I'm just asking.
okay, because I was the enforcer for something called Unforgiven in prison for 5 years.
I already know what it is. Yes.
Yeah, I'm the enforcer.
So he did 5 years in prison before this.
That's what he said.
Let me rewind it.
In prison for 5 years.
I already know what it is. Yes. What made you put that on your head?
I think it's 3.5.
Okay, because I was the enforcer for something called Unforgiven in prison for 5 years.
I already know what it is.
I don't think he did 5. I think he did 3.5. Someone in the comments, you can correct me, but I'm pretty sure it's
These dudes
3.5.
just be
I think
adding
his
time.
dad. I think his dad said 3.5.
Yeah, and he from what I understood, he wasn't even in population. He was in PC. He couldn't get along with males. He gets punked out, and he can't hold his own when he's around males. He only can do this crazy, violent, madman shit with women. He's a punk, bro. And I think he got that whole Aryan shit done because he wants to have some kind of security. It alleviates other races fucking with him.
Oh yeah,
And
yeah. Let's correct that. It's not. They do not want to be known with them. They will. They are separated. They actually go after that. What you just said.
just like what are you talking about?
The Aryan.
Yeah, but you gotta understand, it's a sign where it leaves people to not fucking talk about it. Like he's got this shit on his face and all that. It's kind of like a safety net. Any other races are not really going to talk about this and go into detail because it has something to do with all this shit on his face and the side of his head. It was kind of like a safety net, and nobody on that side that represents all that fuck shit is gonna do anything. He's gonna be where he's at, 23-1, until they
He's.
pump him with the hot shot.
He said he earned his stripes.
Come on, man. I don't believe it. It's bullshit. It's fucking bullshit, bro. Dude was telling stories.
Do you
Some
believe
hype.
he has a green light on his head?
I think somewhere along the lines he's a plate for anybody who wants to take it, man. Um, and there might be some guys that are really eager to take it, man. They might want to show off. He might be the perfect one to example that work. I wouldn't put it past it's gonna be hard, bro. He's 23-1. The only people that are really gonna be able to get to him are gonna be the ones that he's on death row with, and the only way that's gonna happen is they're gonna have to mentally, emotionally mind fuck him uh, through the cells. They're gonna have to take turns digging at him, going after see what it is. They're gonna ask him questions. There's gonna be interrogation. There's gonna be some that don't talk, and there's gonna be some that are I don't give a fuck. Press them, and they've been there for however long they've been there, years. And you got to remember too, the person that he just took the spot of could have been one of their homies. He might have been the one that helped their bid continuously go in a good manner. You never know. Now, because Wade Wilson called the death penalty and said, yo, we got to make room. They had to kill one, a body for a body. So he's not going to really be in a good standing when he gets to death row. They're going to try to pick him apart and break him down and make him cry, and maybe even kill himself.
YNW Melly is his trial's going on right now, and he's actually in the death. He's getting they're trying to recommend the death penalty as well with him. And if he gets convicted and gets a death penalty, there's a chance that YNW Melly and Wade Wilson could be in the distance where they could speak to themselves.
How would we be able to get in contact with anybody that's on death row?
I thought Jumpsuit put a community post out saying that he had somebody in that prison to talk to, so I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, I would like to know how the jail runs. I would like to know the program for General Pop and then PC and then the death row. Um, what's the vibes like? What's the higher? It's a lot to ask. And whoever this guy is that's gonna go up there and talk his shit about what's happening in that prison, be prepared for a shakedown, kid, because they're coming and they're coming hot. So you better fucking get clean real quick after anything that's put out there. You better stay real clean, like you know what I mean. Just saying, dropping some jewels.
He doesn't. He just reads it, or he'll do it where it's a voice changer. You won't even see the person's face.
Are you gonna see inside the prison, or this is just
No,
audio?
no.
Uh,
Jumpsuit's smart with it, bro.
uh, yeah, yeah. I hope he asked some really good questions, man. I hope he asked some really good questions, man. Because there's a lot to be. There's an onion of shit that you want to know about, and the more you know, the better you get an understanding of what's really taking place in that jail and how comfortable or how hard it's really gonna be for him.
Yes,
Yeah, I'm the enforcer.
I just wanted to know that's what it was for, because you said how many years? 5 years, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that's what it was for. Yeah. And,
Are you aware down here in Florida? Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
wild for this,
Yeah.
bro.
Hey, listen, what did they say? Like, what did they say about me on the news? Oh, listen, my dad had said something to me about that too, man, because my dad hit me up.
Listen, I want to talk to your dad. You need to give me your dad's number so I can talk to that man.
Hey, listen, my dad's cool. You can get his number. Get his number. You can talk to him. For real. I'm supposed to.
No, like seriously, like I don't know. We need to figure something out.
I'm gonna call my dad. I'm calling him like after 5 o'clock today.
I got a conspiracy for you.
And I'll tell him
Just for that.
Yeah.
This is a possibility that these calls are some of the calls that they held back because the timeline now is messed up in their timeline. So phone calls for prison has their own timeline from the 2019 era. This phone call right here is actually behind. So kids, him and his dad had a fallout.
So hold on. They actually put it on the screen and they let it know this is the call before his dad went off on him.
Yeah, but this is my conspiracy though. But why? Because they got all the calls together. It comes in a package, right? And then you put out him and dad flip it out. Maybe they got to that and they heard it and they're like, oh, we got to release this because this is drama packed. But this is where it's messing up. It's messing up the timeline now because now we're hearing them, that they're cool. But this is my conspiracy. This might have been something they held back because 2 reasons. He was talking about being an enforcer for Unforgiven, and maybe phone calls from prison was like, okay, there might be. I don't want to, cause any politics, like you know what I mean. They don't want to get involved, right? Or it could be Kristen talking about how she said 2 things. She would kill Mila, and she said that she thought the swastika was sexy. You know what I'm saying?
Well, not only that, you got to remember she did say something referring to that pedophilia thing. So I really didn't understand that correlation of what it is that she said that made her think that she would be looked at as a pedophile. And then I also want to know why, sidebar, why a lot of those calls that are really be, nailing the coffin on this broad are not being released. You know what I mean? Because this is pretty damning. You know what I'm saying? She's a Nazi lover. She's with whatever it is that he says, and he's obviously delusional because he's going off of this bullshit enforcers for the Unforgiven that don't even claim him.
What you talking about? What you talking about? Yeah. Kelly said he had a small hot dog, so why everybody talking about his long johns? Kiosk Karen wanna do an interview. I had to give her 2 Zans in a carton of Paul Malls. That bitch look like Paul Wall. Plugs back now, bitch, let's do a roll call. This dumb broad, she was always on the phone calls. And she mad at everybody else, but it's your fault. Even Breezy got a tattoo away, then we like her better than you, and that says it all. If a kid was drowning up in the lake, you wouldn't even save it, you would probably turn into Ray Charles. Team Wade, I told y'all I hate y'all. Hit you straight with the facts, and I would debate y'all. From the north to the south, yeah, you know we back. But I ain't gonna be doing stuff like Zab or moral compass broke. On the east side, we eat you alive. The YouTube streets, yeah, we all the way live. Only took 1 month and I took over true crime. Now don't get it twisted, I'll be back in the dime. Tell my old community, it ain't shady. It's just I started working hard, I ain't lazy. Like Kiosk Karen, she ain't really worth a day in her life. Like the Wade Wise, man, they be psycho at night. They be cutty with these kids, yeah, like day and night. We need JD in the cell with Wade, get him a slice. Said she drink voodoo, yeah, get her a pint. But you gotta screw loose, Swatizka, you can't take him to the barbecue. Karen, tell me what the hell is wrong with you? Brain cells and your brain down to a molecule. What you gonna do if the dude was loose and then he followed you, choked you out, killed you cause you not a dude? Baby daddy mad at me, not mad at you. Make that shit make sense to me. I would've done left you if I was him, you be history. Putting me through all this drama, living through this misery. The kid's too emotional, and you know what's physically. And you know you got a little mystery in your history. Your kids at the courthouse, damn, you kidding me? Don't even listen to you, they listen to JSP. That's jumpsuit, that's rent free. In your head, he writes the script, and I ain't talking about them Roxy. See where your head went, Karen? If you was at a party with a bunch of Molly, you probably wouldn't even share it. It's apparent that you is an unfit parent. Yeah, you said it, you wear it. Watching all these videos of Wade, yeah, you still staring in his eyes. Yeah, you wish you got that marriage, but you didn't. Yeah, he likes guys. Where's Joey at? Yeah, you dumbass. You so mad at everybody but yourself. Look in the mirror before you come at anybody else. Racist ass bitch. That's Swatizka.